Hello everyone, my name is Kamini Singh and this is my YouTube channel that is Facilitate to Educate, where I am going to help you in your learning process. To begin with, we are going to start with the preparation of NTA UGC NET, especially for paper 2 of Environmental Sciences, which will also help you in paper 1 of People and Environment section.
So in this video, we will be talking about the plume behavior. Firstly, we'll see what is a plume. Then we'll talk about the lapse rate and the various types of lapse rates, that is environmental lapse rate and adiabatic lapse rate. Then we'll talk about the different types of environmental lapse rates, and in the end, we'll see what are the various types of plume behaviors. So let us start. So first let us see what is plume. The dispersion of emitted gases from the source of their production is known as plume, and the source is known as stack. So in this picture what we see here is the source from which the gases are emitted out is known as the stack, and the gases are emitted out and getting dispersed and forming a structure known as plume. So basically this is the stack and this is the plume. Now we'll see the factors affecting pollution caused by air stack. So as we have seen in the previous slide that the air stack, from the air stack the pollutants are coming out and hence it is causing the pollution. So we'll see what are the factors. First is the weather condition and the turbulence in air. If the air is more turbulent, if there is more turbulence in air, then the dispersion of emitted gases will be easier, and the dispersion will be to far off places, and hence it will cause lesser pollution. The weather conditions, whether the place is hotter or colder or drier, so these also have some effect on the pollution that is caused. Second is the location of factory. For example, let us say that number 2 there is a factory located and here is a air stack, right? And this is the place where people reside. It is the civilization area where people are living, and the air is blowing from 3 to 1, that is in this direction from 3 to 1, and hence the plume that comes out of the air stack, the emitted gases will directly move towards the city and will cause the pollution there, and the people will not be happier with that condition for sure, because the pollution will be there, and with that will be the abnormal conditions that will happen. Now the what we see here is that the location of the factory along with the weather conditions, turbulence in air and the direction of wind is necessary to keep in mind when we are locating any factory or when we are setting up any air stack. The third thing that we need to keep in mind is the height of air stack. If the height of the air stack is short, then the turbulence in air at shorter heights is generally less, and hence the dispersion of the emitted gases will be less, and in that area only the pollution will be spread, and hence it will cause more problems. But if the height of the air stack is more, then what will happen is the dispersion will be better, the dispersion will be to far off places, and there will be lesser pollution and lesser problems. So higher height or more height of the air stack is considered to be a better factor than a smaller height. Now we'll see the next section. Now we'll talk about the lapse rate. So lapse rate is the rate of change of temperature with change in height. What do we usually see that with change in height? That is when the height increases, or we as we go to higher places or the places with more height like mountains, we see that the temperature that there decreases. So what is a general thing that we see in the environment is that as we move upwards the temperature decreases. So the rate of change of temperature with change in height, how the temperature is changing with height, that is known as the lapse rate. So it is of two types. First is environmental lapse rate and second is adiabatic lapse rate. Now we'll see the different types of lapse rate, that is the two types, that is the adiabatic lapse rate and the environmental lapse rate. So what is adiabatic lapse rate? Rate at which the temperature of an air parcel changes with elevation change under the assumption. So till here we have seen that the basic definition of lapse rate is there, that the change in the temperature with change in height, but there is an assumption, that is the process is adiabatic. So what is adiabatic process? The process in which there is no heat exchange. So it is an ideal condition which we assume to be there, because it is not actually there. There is always heat and energy transfer But in this condition we are assuming that it is insulated, there is no heat exchange, right? And the second is the real condition that we live in, that we see around us, that is the rate of change of temperature of the environment or atmosphere with changing altitude. Generally what happens is that there is heat exchange, there is energy exchange, and hence the environmental lapse rate will be varying. So adiabatic lapse rate has a fixed value, that is minus 9.8 degree Celsius per kilometer. That is, when we go to a height of 1 kilometer, then there is a decrease in temperature of 9.8 degrees Celsius. We are putting minus here because we want to say that the temperature is decreasing with increase in height. But the environmental lapse rate, it varies from place to place because it depends on various conditions, the altitude, the latitude, and all of these things. But the adiabatic lapse rate is fixed, that is minus 9.8 degree Celsius per kilometer. Now we will see that what are the various factors on which the environmental lapse rate depends. As I've told you that it is the real lapse rate that happens in the environment and it changes with changing places. So what does it depend upon? The first is the topography, that is whether there are mountains or valleys or rivers in that area. So it will differ with that. Second is the weather conditions, whether the conditions of that place are colder or drier or hotter. It will depend on that as well. And the third thing is the time. It depends from time to time, it differs from time to time, that is in daytime it will be different and at night it may be different. So these are the three factors on which the environmental lapse rate depends. Now we'll talk about the types of environmental lapse rates. The first is the super adiabatic lapse rate, in which the environmental lapse rate is greater than the adiabatic lapse rate, that is ELR is greater than ALR. So I would like to say here that the next three slides are very important, because on the basis of these three slides, or the types of environmental lapse rates, all the types of plume behaviors are decided. So when we study these, we need to study these very carefully and we need to keep in mind that this is very important. So what will happen in this condition, that is super adiabatic lapse rate condition, is it will be highly turbulent atmosphere, that the turbulence in the atmosphere will be high. And I have already told you, if there is high turbulence in atmosphere, then what will happen is there will be proper mixing and dilution of pollutants. The pollutants will be properly diluted and mixed, and when this happens, the pollution in that area decreases. So it is a highly desirable condition. So firstly, it is highly turbulent atmosphere will be there, then there will be proper mixing and dilution of pollutants, and third is the it is highly desirable, right? Now the second type is the sub-adiabatic lapse rate, in which the ELR is lesser than the ALR, that is environmental lapse rate is less than ALR. So what was the value of ALR? That was minus 9.8 degrees Celsius per kilometer. So the ELR will be lesser than this value. So last was the super adiabatic, this is sub-adiabatic lapse rate. So it has all the opposite characteristics, that it is the highly stable atmosphere. If there is stable atmosphere, then the proper mixing and dilution of pollutants will not occur, and it is highly undesirable. So if you remember just one of them, you will be definitely able to remember the other. So either you remember the sub-adiabatic lapse rate or the super adiabatic lapse rate, but the third type is different from them. So the third condition is inversion, in which the ELR is positive. Till now what we have seen is that either the ELR is more than ALR or it is less than ALR, but it was always negative. That is, the temperature was always decreasing with increase in height. But as the ELR is positive, the temperature is increasing with increase in height, that is reverse of the ideal condition, that is inverse of the ideal condition. So here let us consider that this is the earth surface on which the sun's light is falling in the day, and it gets heated up. So the air near the earth surface also gets heated up, right? And this also gets heated up slightly. But in the mornings or at late at night, what happens is the earth surface gets cooler really fast, faster than the air above it. But it will also cool this part of the air which is just above it, but this part of the air remains hotter than the earth's surface and the air near the earth's surface. So this is an inverse condition in which the air here is of very low temperature, but here the temperature of the air is higher, but above this also the temperature will be lower. So if we talk about the pollutants or the pollution or the dispersion, the air will be trapped in this place, at this place. Normally what happens is, with increase in height the temperature decreases, and hence the turbulence in air increases, and the dispersion is uh, very good. The dispersion of air is faster. But if there is a layer of air that is hotter, then the pollutants will be stuck in this layer and they will not be able to go above it, and they will be dispersed here only, and this is not a good condition. So we will see the characteristics. It is highly undesirable condition, as I have told you already. Then the temperature increases with height, right? The temperature is increasing with height, which results in settlement of hot air or pollutants. This hot air or pollutants, because pollutants are hotter, and they will settle down because of this condition. Third is the generally takes place in early mornings. In early mornings the earth gets cooled up really fast, faster than the air near it or air above it, and hence this inversion condition is seen. So on the basis of the three conditions that we have just seen, that is the superadiabatic lapse rate, subadiabatic lapse rate and inversion, there are 7 different types of plumes that are formed, that is looping, fanning, coning, lofting, trapping, fumigation, and last is neutral. So we'll talk about these in detail in the next part of the video of plume behavior. I hope you have understood all the three concepts, because these three concepts are the basics for the different types of plumes. If you have not understood these three concepts really well, you cannot understand the 7 types of plumes that I'll be talking about in the next video. So do read about them really properly. And that was it. Thank you so much for watching, and give me your comments or the feedback in the comment section. If you like the video, hit the like button, and if you want more such videos, do subscribe to the channel. So thank you so much.